I'm smiling so fucking happy. Ben couldn't hit me if he's rapping. I'm happy that he ain't, cause he's probably a taint with the stinky nuts. I'm about to drink it up like a motherfucking bottle of gin. Young rum, Billy Fridge sipping it in. Into the bottle. Young Billy Fridge about to fuck a model. Young Billy Fridge about to motherfucking fuck a bitch down where she shits.
I turned Green Day into a rap.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke.
That one sounds like that riff from
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, shit! All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 439. And joining us tonight, an old YouTube favorite who's been out of action for a while, but he agreed to join us tonight, Straight Dope. How's it going, Straight Dope? Hey,
Pretty good. How's it going, everybody?
It's going pretty good. Wow. So, do you have anything to say to anyone in the audience who, you know, used to watch your videos and like did you leave any type of explanation as to why you've been so inactive?
Not really. I mean, basically just the community that I was sort of active in has disintegrated since then. YouTube's become a lot bigger, and you know, I went off into different things in real life and just left that shit aside.
What was your community like? If you had to give it a name, what was it?
Well, I guess you could call it the original atheist community on YouTube.
I see.
You could also include the theists, just the kind of religious debate community, I would say.
So would you consider yourself a theologian?
Theologian? No. An atheist who likes to argue, though.
Yeah, you know, when the atheist movement divided between, you know, feminism and anti-feminism, that was really when it started to die, and then it made room for other groups that were kind of like derivatives of that, like the skeptics and what have you.
What happened first? Did your audience dwindle, or did you decide to walk away?
It's not that I wouldn't say my audience dwindled, but I guess I kind of ran out of shit that I was interested in talking about. And I mean, I think everything has become diluted on YouTube in the last few years. Like when I first got on and started following these people that I made videos about and, you know, interacted with, YouTube was tiny. It was like 2006. And since then, it's a much different place.
Is it? So what year did you start YouTube?
I didn't have my Straight Dope channel, but I got on and started sort of interacting in that community in 2006. When Brett Keane was kind of at his
Baby
peak.
Brett.
Baby
Young Brett Keane before he lost his front teeth.
Are we still echoing?
You know, I don't know.
So
I guess there was an echo.
Straight Dope.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself like the Logan Paul of denying scriptures?
Definitely. I dabbed on Brett Keane so hard.
Dabbing on the scriptures.
Is it gone or no, guys? Let me know. Yeah, because we don't
like the Logan Paul of. Now I can hear it.
Hold on.
Denying scriptures.
Definitely. I dabbed on Brett Keane so hard.
Dabbing on the
sounds
scriptures.
good, right?
Yeah, to us. Now.
Is it gone or no, guys? Let me know. All right, everyone's saying fixed.
Is the internet going nuts?
By the way, Straight Dope, could you hear that video I was just playing, the audio from it?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, perfect. All right, everyone's saying it's fixed now. Sorry about that. I changed. I was on the Kumite and I was on JF stream the other night, and they both use Google Hangouts, and I had to change my audio settings.
So you had like an alt-right audio setting?
I did my alt-right tour. With all the alt-righters, I appeared on their alt-right streams.
Everything's gonna be all right.
By the way, everyone who sees the chat below, if you become a patron, you can be in that chat, and your chat will appear on the screen. And tomorrow, we're doing our Patreon-only stream. If you sign up now, you can witness that garbage. Tomorrow, me and Joe are going head-to-head trivia. Spin till you spew trivia between myself and Joe. I'm the reigning undefeated champion. I destroyed this faggot next
Winner
to me.
gets to puke everywhere.
I don't know why you pointed at me when you said that, Ben. All the people have been talking about since our head-to-head confrontation was how epic my spin till you spew performance was.
It was really good.
Yeah, I was told that it was a mouth-watering delight.
I'm sure.
Yeah, your mouth watered with vomit.
I don't know. I didn't hear all that.
I don't totally understand the rules, but I'm down for.
So
puking.
basically, we will
sounds
do,
like a party.
Yeah. Basically, we'll do a round of trivia.
Right. And winner gets to vomit.
At the end of each, no,
The winner
Joe,
doesn't get to
pay
vomit.
attention.
I
Pay
get
attention.
it.
Pay
Hold
attention.
on. No, say no more. I get it.
At the end of each round, whoever has the higher score,
I'm gonna puke everywhere. I swear to God.
does not have to spin the wheel. If you spin the wheel, you have to do any of these punishments.
You'll get it in the mouth.
Joe, please.
Joe, could you just spin the wheel for funsies real quick?
Let's do it.
To show the kids.
I don't have any of the stuff right now.
We're doing it for
We'll do
fun.
it. You
We're
got.
just showing
You
the
put
kids.
crack rocks up there, right?
We're just showing
No,
the kids.
Because I brought. Never.
Never mind.
T.
See, T means you would now have to have sex with a transsexual prostitute.
Let's do it, Ben.
It actually means tequila.
Oh, tequila.
All right.
Yeah. So tomorrow, if you sign up now, you'll get to see it. Watch me defeat Joe. Yes, you're right, Honest Red. He is trash. And I will defeat him tomorrow. And he will be just like this. You will get to see this happening, but it'll be Joe.
That looks like a guy
Beautiful.
that knows.
Yeah.
It looks like a guy that knows how to live.
I'll do
right?
it better.
I like how he acts like it didn't happen, but we have like an alert. And by the way, guys, Streamlabs will be open throughout the entire show if you want to leave us a message, and we'll review them at the end just in case there are any that we missed.
Oh, thanks, Haiku.
Speaking of championships, anyone else see the greatest Royal Rumble?
The greatest Royal Rumble.
I watched it today.
Benjamin watched
Saudi
it.
Arabia.
I couldn't watch it. I was too busy not watching it. But I heard that it was pretty epic, and there was a bunch of like Saudi princes in the front row watching the wrestling, but they were like just standing up, turned away from the screen, having like little conversations. They could care less about wrestling. They were just there because it was the it thing.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. It was unconventional. I don't know if Straight Dope's a wrestling
Did
fan.
they
or
let
if he-
Did they let the women wrestle in front of them?
No,
Oh, okay.
women were not even allowed as part of the production. So
I see.
anyway,
So no Ronda Rousey.
no,
No
not this
Rousey,
time.
But
The Saudi princes would use Rhonda as their toilet. That's what they do over there.
They do that?
they love that stuff. Yeah, they love to poo-poo on American women, and in exchange they give them a bag of diamonds.
Doesn't.
I know this. Megan Fox was notorious for getting shit
She
on
loved
for
it.
diamonds.
She's like, not
Are
only
you
do
serious?
I get, not only do I get to get shit on, but
Yeah.
they pay me.
big bucks.
Like normally she would have just done that for free.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Girls
to the
love
right
it.
guy.
So the reason we have Straight Dope on the show is because Straight Dope, I would say, is probably the first kineologist.
the original kineologist.
Yes.
That's on my resume.
So you knew him before he
unemployed.
was religious, or
I sent him back to Christianity personally.
oh wow,
Wow.
I take credit for that.
oh wow. I mean,
How?
Just by cross-examining him for an hour and a half based on years of lies and just sending him running off into the arms of loving Christians.
Years of lies in the atheist community?
Just on YouTube. I mean,
Yeah,
the guy's
porn.
fucking. He can't get out 3 sentences without a lie. So they just piled up and.
Yeah, you were the first person to get him into a hangout, and you're like, "What about this?" He's like, "Oh, that's fake. That shit's fake. Why don't you show your face?" He would always go back to the "Why don't you show your face?"
Why don't you show your face, straight dope? now that he mentioned it, Brett's always on top of things.
Yeah, Brett's always showing his face.
Why don't you show your face? Are you handsome?
I'm incredibly handsome.
I thought
In
so.
fact, I don't want to make people uncomfortable with how handsome I am. So
yeah, it makes sense to me.
I'm based on like results. If Brett shows his face, not to show your face means you'd be super handsome,
Right?
Because Brett is showing his face.
Shit,
That's logic.
Satanic Cabal, the dude that is strangely obsessed with Brett Keane, said it's keenologist, not keeneologist. Okay,
He's
I'm
correct
sorry.
Grammatically.
Keenologist.
Yeah.
So
His name
sorry,
isn't Brett Keane.
Satanic Cabal, the guy who fucking writes love letters to Brett Keane
Dear diary.
and sends him to his home address.
I guess you could say that was
That is a little strange.
that was a
Satanic
Keenian
Cabal.
mispronunciation.
Kenyan.
Anyway,
Very
here's
Keenian.
our beautiful Brett Keane intro.
Individual situation. Pick up the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
Were you aware,
That's hot.
Straight Dope? Yeah, someone made a Keane dictionary of all the weird Keaneisms that he uses. It's hilarious.
I did
You should check it out.
I saw that. I don't know, a couple months ago. I think I was checking it out after watching an old Drunken Peasants podcast. Yeah, you guys probably know a lot more about like what's going on with him these days than I do.
You know what? He's so okay. He's so hard to give money to. It's hilarious. Because we would offer Brett $1,000, which I'm guessing to Brett Keane is probably the majority of the money he would make that whole year.
That's a year's worth of work right there.
And
Make in quotes. Earn in quotes.
Well, yeah, just to sit
Receive.
and talk to us for like 2 hours, we would give him, or 2 to 3 hours, we'd give him $1,000. And I guarantee you he didn't pay taxes on that or anything like that.
Well, you don't have to pay taxes if you don't
no.
earn more than like $4,000 a
Well,
year.
he probably
so-
earned a little more too, but we gave him we were job creators for Brett Keane. He probably made about $2,000
Probably
a
his
year.
first job ever. Probably gave him his first job.
Probably like his first job where he actually did something for a few hours and then he got paid. Yeah, we did that, and he would like write up shitty contracts written crayon. And just do all sorts of dumb shit. He would like back out at the last minute, or he'd show up an hour late. Like the last time he showed up an hour late, so we went into PayPal and revoked his payment, and then all of a sudden Brett Keane shows up. He's like, sorry, had to help my friend. He needed help with something. It's like, oh yeah, what's your friend's name? Well, I don't want to tell you. It's like, yeah, because he doesn't exist. You thought you could hold us up for money and that we wouldn't do something about it.
I like how Brett thought his alibi would be that he was with a friend when everybody knows he has no friends.
Yeah, that's the worst
What
story.
about J-Dubs?
What about J-Dubs?
His son.
Sorry, I had to help my son. Had to show him how to put the stroke on.
Brett Keane Jr.
So here's a video back in the day, really not that long ago, maybe a year or so, because Brett Keane wouldn't commit to being a Christian forever. He was a gourd believer.
Right.
Gourd.
Yeah. And this video is called "Why I'm Not a Christian."
Please subscribe, comment, and rate.
Skip his little music.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio, and I'm going to be telling you about some things that make it to where it is not possible for me to be a true Christian, a true Muslim, a true pagan,
A true Jew.
and why it is
Oh, he left the Jews out this time.
one of the big reasons why I refer to myself as a theist. I have tried for the past couple of years, since being a God believer, a theist, explaining and describing to Christians why it is that I don't call myself a Christian or state that I am affiliated with Judaism or paganism or Islam. But for some reason, some people, I guess they just didn't want to hear me out. They didn't want to listen. And I understand also there's some confusion with atheists out there trying to understand and wonder what it is I actually believe or what I have issue with.
G-Man, he recently did a 34-minute video to me, and he said, Brett, let me let you in on something. And this is from something someone told me, because I haven't watched the entire video. But apparently, he looked at the screen and said, you are a Christian. Okay. Well, after I do this video, G-Man, I'm sure you'll be scratching your head, and if you decide you want to respond and try to debunk or refute anything I'm about to say, so be it. But I guarantee that after this video, after you have watched and listened to it, ladies and gentlemen, you'll clearly understand why it is that I do not call myself a Christian or any of these other names.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do this. He does a lot of weird, unexplainable things. Like I told you earlier, we did this thing where we offered him $1,000 for 3 hours of his time. He, for some reason, insisted that we include as part of his contract that after we paid him, he would quit YouTube forever. And then he just came back. Why did he make us... Okay, go ahead.
I think the issue is that he doesn't understand getting money honestly, so it made him really uncomfortable, and he was just paranoid and suspicious. So he was just trying to throw up obstacles. That's what I think.
I think he just wanted to get a win on the Drunken Peasants, so he put that in his clause so that when he came back, he was like, "Ha, broke the contract. I'm back, peasants."
I think he realizes that it's pointless to sue someone who doesn't have enough money to actually sue for enough money that it would take to make a profit and pay your lawyer. So he just does all this weird shit to kind of
Isn't it obvious? The man is God. That's why he's not a Christian.
Whoa.
Think about it.
That would explain his white skin and white hair.
As we all know, the only logical thing to be is a Christian, right? Because you're guaranteed heaven, right? So if Brett's denying God, the only reason why you would do that is if you're an equally powerful deity. Duh, faggots.
That makes sense.
You're welcome.
So Brett is a god.
Yes.
He's gourd.
He's right all the time. That's why we're so obsessed with him. You know, we're not on his level, so we pretend to mock him.
This is like a
Because
Church
we don't
of King.
understand.
But the thing about Brett is that he'll use, like, he would use DP talking about him to gain, like, orbiters around him, and then he would use them to, like, run his streams on his channel so he could disappear for like 2 hours and do whatever he wanted.
Wow, I guess you're describing mysterious ways.
Sounds like God to me.
familiar?
But then he would betray all of them after that.
Mysterious ways.
Yeah, sacrifice Isaac, his son.
Yep.
It looks like a betrayal.
Exactly.
Washing them away in the flood. Noah's Ark's the only one that gets to survive with the animals. This is God.
It has to seem wrong at first. That's the only way it can be right.
My
understand?
God is an awesome
God,
God.
he
eats mac and cheese.
reigns, and his name is Brett Keane.
Oh, yeah.
Gods don't need to floss, man. We all know that.
Exactly.
Who needs teeth when you eat soft?
He doesn't need to wear
holy food?
clothes. Look at him. He's a deity. I can see why everybody's obsessed.
Yeah, that bed is like a cloud. He's just laying in. All godlike.
You can see the tips of his hair. It's because he likes to dye his hair black and go back to his high school goth phase from time to time.
But he's way too lazy to keep it up. The roots
Exactly.
always come out. Always.
That's like some real
G-Man,
laziness,
one of the
too.
things that you've been arguing about for the last, 3 months about slavery, you make some okay points about it. However, the atheists are correct whenever they point out that there are passages where it talks about abusing slaves, where it actually endorses the very concept of taking slaves in and captives and doing what you will with them.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Numbers chapter...
But not too long after this, you became a Christian and started saying you were a Christian because all of your orbiters were like, "Why don't you just call yourself a Christian? We want you to be a Christian." So you did that.
Yeah, even if I'm not mistaken, even when he was saying he was a God believer and not a Christian, he was saying that the Bible was totally correct and he believes Jesus was the Messiah or a Messiah.
He's one of the top three, for sure.
For sure.
chapter 31, verse 17 through 18, it says, "Now therefore kill every man, woman, and child. Kill all the pregnant women, but keep all the virgin girls for yourself."
Who have never known
This
man,
is
yeah.
clearly an act of slavery. This is clearly an act of endorsing something such as rape as well as murder.
Yeah,
of
but this is the
children.
Torah.
To
He
me,
named
I've
a
never
book of
been able
Numbers.
to reconcile that. Even whenever I was a Christian, whenever I was a kid, the first time I read the Bible was between 12 and 14 years old. And some of these passages literally scared the hell out of me. And even now, I'm 38 years old, I can't say that that's okay. I, of course, have made videos in the past talking about the different forms of slavery in the Bible, but I'm also aware that there are some passages out there that just simply don't fit with my morals and ethics, at least my morals and ethics of the modern day. If people would like to talk to me, whether you're a God believer or an atheist, and try to have me see it a different way.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but he would put a phone number out on he would say it was his home phone number, but really it was just like a Google Voice number that he bought that would forward to his home phone number. And he would put it out there, and then it'd be like, if anyone needs any advice or counseling or anything, just call this number. But he knew people would call it and fuck with him. And when they did, he was like, Drunken Peasants fans threaten Christian Brett Keane. And he would play all these videos of like stupid shit people would leave to him.
He's smart. He was setting you up for
He's
failure.
not smart.
He's very intelligent.
For anybody
He
watching.
knew.
Okay, is he smart, straight dope? Is he smart?
You want to realize?
Yeah.
No.
He knew the
no,
plebs
no.
would take the bait like
It's
dumb
mental legit.
halibuts. He knew. No, he knew exactly what you would do.
We can't give Brett Keane what he wants.
He knows how to play the victim, though. I mean, he knows how to
Exactly.
manipulate. He knows how to put himself in a position where he can make himself look bullied and then take advantage of it. So
Exactly.
that's an old game.
People get behind causes, and he realizes that because he's intelligent. You see?
There was a crazy guy who stalked us named Joseph Martelli. And he was a very disturbing guy, but we were making fun of some of his videos because he said he used to be a gay guy and that he used to like get blown in the back of porn stores by other guys, but now he realizes he's Christian and like that was wrong and that all the fags should go to hell and all that shit. Like he was like really anti-gay, like disturbingly. So we laughed at a few of his videos. And then, like, we were having a public event in Columbus, Ohio, and he took a Greyhound bus from upstate New York all the way down to Columbus, Ohio, like a 6 to 8 hour bus ride. And Brett Keane gave him our home addresses because he, like, found them and, like, doxed us.
I wonder if Brett doesn't want to be a Christian because he found out that he's not allowed to get blown by gay guys in the back of porn shops.
Probably not.
You might have
That's
figured
why
it
he
out.
left that out.
That's why you have to be a Catholic, because then you can just do Hail Marys and shit. And still get to suck it.
Well, if you repent, it's okay. It's all under the blood.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm open-minded enough to listen to you. In the book of Isaiah, as well as Deuteronomy, and the book of Leviticus, I
Deuteronomy?
also have
As well as.
issues in these passages as well. In Leviticus chapter 20, verses,
Leviticus.
I'd say 12 and all the way through the entire chapter, it's an entire list of people that you have to kill and execute. Kill a drunk son, kill homosexuals, kill people who commit bestiality. Personally, I think if
just so much
someone
work.
is into bestiality,
If a woman seizes you by your genitals, spare her no mercy, it says also as well.
I hope
What's-
your family dies in a fire.
What's Brett about to say about bestiality? It feels like he's like about to co-sign bestiality.
Well, no,
Personally, I think if you're
he's
into
also-
bestiality,
Fuck a
This is how
manatee.
clever he is. He's talking about how he's not a Christian, yet he's naming the only books of the Bible that were written solely by Jewish people. He's writing he's referencing the first 5 books, the Torah,
Kill
and the
yourself.
Pentateuch.
got him.
He's clever.
Damn.
He's very clever.
They need therapy, but I wouldn't state that it would be okay to murder or execute them. Individuals who have sex with their own family
Individuals.
members, although I find that abhorrent, I would not say that it would be moral or ethical to kill people like this. And I come from an area. I grew up in St. Louis, ladies and gentlemen. I grew up around bisexuals, homosexuals.
Okay, so I've never heard of St. Louis being just like the blatantly most homosexual place on the planet.
It's the closest.
Fag Central.
It's the most homosexual place in Missouri, probably.
It's really gay.
Of course.
I grew up in St.
there's
Louis,
two big cities.
where there's 2 gay guys. It's 2 more than Festus, Missouri.
Exactly. You
Brett
can't.
Keane is absolutely retarded. I lived in foster homes and placements with people who...
Damn.
Hold on, this is bullshit.
Damn.
Foster homes?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
He didn't say he was an orphan.
genealogy?
He just hung out at foster homes.
What
Listen.
about that poem that Brett wrote back in the day, right? Remember that
Father.
poem
Might
that
have been-
he wrote?
He might have ended up in a foster home after he beat up his mother. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You know-
Which actually happened.
Brett claims that he has no teeth because his dad punched all of his teeth out of his mouth, even his molars.
Isn't it obvious?
I mean, like, it's okay. You could, if you punch someone square in the teeth and the front teeth, it's pretty easy to knock those out. But the molars,
Especially
you
baby
have to
teeth.
pound the fuck out of someone's
Yeah.
jaw to knock
Poor
their molars
Brett.
out.
Brett
Poor
was
Brett.
7 at the time. Of course, it's very easy.
Yeah, we're over here tearing Brett apart, but his dad kicked the shit out of him when he was 6 years old.
Exactly. He had to
What
hang out
kind
at
of
foster
father
homes.
would allow his children to be molested, sodomized, and raped?
A good father.
Okay.
all kinds of different sexual
Father.
preferences. So when you grow up
More
with people
parallels
like
to
that
Jesus,
and
if
you see
you
the
ask me.
discrimination and you see the crap against them and you grow up in areas where you see a lot of racism that's prevalent, you can see that sexual preferences.
Oh, I thought I recognized that. That's on the soundboard.
All kinds of different sexual preferences. People who get discriminated for their race get attacked almost for seemingly the same reasons for what happens to homosexuals. Brett Keane is absolutely retarded. Like, for instance, you see these articles on the news where people don't want to make a cake for a gay person, or businesses state that they don't want gays inside their organization. Well, they used to do the same damn thing to African Americans as well in the past. They would even tell African Americans that you can't use water fountains and you can't go into this business.
I don't know.
Everybody's saying we're often on my YouTube on my phone. It's not loading up the channel either.
It's rightfully flagged. That's what happens when you mess with God.
Is that what happened?
I don't know. Did the
Oh no! I see what's going on. What the fuck?
Vote bots are attacking the stream.
No. I see what's going on. What the fuck?
it's the curse of the Kumite?
Keane works in mysterious ways. I'm telling you.
Okay, I think
Barking
we're
up the
okay. I
wrong
think we're
tree.
okay now. I think.
Well, good job, idiots. Going after God.
Is there anyone out there? Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe. I can't believe Brett just fucking nuked us.
That guy's amazing.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It wasn't
He has a
Brett.
super flag button.
I love him.
Brett Keane, one true God, one true God.
Branvich just subscribed.
Yeah, I think we're back now. I don't know what happened.
You know what happened? You cursed Brett Keane, and he fucking smited thee.
Exactly.
He crushed down upon you with brimstone and vengeance.
There wasn't enough parallels between him and Jesus. He had to tell us about his father who forsake him.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Then he had to turn our wines into watery tears.
Exactly. They rejected Jesus too. We reject Keane. You know, we're going down.
Damn.
We're going down.
Are we the Romans?
Do I have to spell it out?
What happened was our video, like I don't know, like something happened to our stream where the video was privated. Like I refreshed the screen and we had like the lock.
Very weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Ben, for that to happen, it would have to be. You'd have to have a very low IQ. Yeah, I don't know. Brett Keane just fucking hacked us, dude. Hack Keane over here. The Manatee hack commune.
I just want Brett to know I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
I've
Brett.
always worshipped him. He
Brett,
was
I'm
my
sorry.
favorite peasant from the word go.
Thank you.
And, these guys are idiots for doubting you.
Thank you.
Spare me.
All hail King
People
Brett.
are saying the Manatee strikes again. The Manatee cannot private videos on
He's
this channel.
Manatee
You may
won.
have that power.
Why don't you just make him an official peasant? That's all I want.
Brett Keane, first peasant.
He can take my spot. I'm. Everybody knows I'm number 2.
Greatest peasant. Joe and Brett Keane simultaneously.
We'll be starting a social.
We got a DMCA takedown from the Manatee commune. No.
Same thing happened with the Irish whenever they came over. The same thing happened to Indians. And I don't know if a lot of you realize this, but I have black in me. I also have Indian, Cherokee Indian, and I also have Irish in me. So all my
have it in
ancestors
you?
came from pretty hardcore backgrounds, and they experienced slavery and torment. They experienced discrimination. So I'm a big proponent against slavery and discrimination and all that. I've always had issue with these things. Although I have made videos in the past where I talk about how certain things are understandable and some things people should be able to do based upon their private or public businesses and so on, I still see that there's serious problems in the world that need to get worked out. And because of my views to support and endorse, allow homosexuals and the LGBT to have their rights, as well as my issue with slavery, as well as murder and rape, this is one of the reasons why there's a great deal of the Old Testament that I have a problem with. I am convinced that Jesus Christ was a loving, kind individual who did not want anyone to perish.
Really?
He was.
One of my other problems
It's just funny how he uses individual.
He was.
Doesn't want anybody to perish.
Another parallel. I too am Cherokee Indian.
fuck your family
We have the same one, allegedly.
is I'm not one of these type of people where I point the finger at a particular person who calls himself Christian. I cannot stand it when people point the finger at a Catholic and state that that's not a real Christian, or a Mormon or a Jehovah's Witness. I don't like it whenever a group of jackasses get together and start throwing out judgments and saying who's not a real Christian and who's not. I think that that's stupid, and I think that a house divided can't stand. I think if it wasn't for Catholicism in
That's
the
a
first
Jesus
place,
quote.
as well as the Protestants, the Catholics.
Cherokee Indian, Satanic Cabal. Dude, are you in love with him? Do you want to kiss him, Satanic Cabal? Because I don't know anyone who spends more time on Brett Keane than you do, and I got paid.
I think Satanic Cabal
Was all the donation
Is
to bring
Brett
this
Keane.
segment back.
It is Brett Keane.
Is he tithing away his
He's
paycheck?
a high priest in the Church of Keane, and so should we be if we were smart. But no.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the what we call it, the Keaneology.
Yeah, we're Keenian.
Keenian dictatorship.
Yeah.
All hail the one true Keane.
Exactly. Like at
you guys
first,
know
our
that-
stream got shut down. What? How many more signs do we need?
Shut up, Joe.
Do you guys know he has black in him? That's what I can't get over.
He has.
He
Since
a-
he
really
said that, I
does?
haven't heard much else.
No, if you listened, he said, "I have a black in me." There's somebody tonguing his
Does he?
asshole on
Does
screen.
he have black in him?
Yes. Yes. And of course, that's natural. How else
Shut
is he
up,
going to
Joe.
relax? He's going to talk to the public.
Does he?
Don't silence us any longer.
That's what he says.
Yes.
He says that? I've
He
never
said it
heard him
not
say
2
that.
minutes ago, you
Hey,
fucking
he
idiot.
just said it.
In him?
Yeah, yes, he has a black in him.
There is a man named
Fucking
Trevor
his asshole.
inside of me right now.
Yeah, his name
Trevor?
is Tyrone.
Trevor, say hi to the camera.
Yeah.
And being the mother church, a lot of these denominations and churches wouldn't exist today. The Catholic Church was the seed of it all, according to history.
Oh, yeah.
And although they make mistakes, I think that in any denomination out there, there's issues. I do have issues with some of the doctrines.
Do you know Von Helton, Straight Dope? You ever seen that guy?
Oh, yeah, third party, right? They're America's
Is your
third
name
party?
Straight Dope?
America's
Yeah,
third
I know.
party, right?
I know Von Helton.
Yeah, yeah.
I think these guys have the same dentist.
They did a stream where they talked about how awesome it was to not have teeth. Those two told them together.
Something,
I guess Von Helden can gum a steak.
Oh my god.
It's a beautiful image.
How could
Any
you watch
man.
that and not throw up?
That
Any
some
man that can gum a
Christianity
steak can eat
teaches,
an
but I
ass.
won't say that they're not Christians,
To
like
completion.
Calvinists. I have a serious problem with believing that God, although he knows everything, I don't believe that he makes people do the things that they do. I think that God has created a universe that is predetermined, but I believe that he allows the parameters for humans to have choice and free will, and that human beings can actually seek him out. And if they make the right choices and try to live a right life, I think that they have the opportunity to get into heaven. I do not
I
believe
think the
that...
best thing about religion is picking and choosing what parts of it you want to believe in, because it's not some sort of doctrine, right? There's not some rule that the scripture is so perfect and infallible that you have to take it 100% seriously, right? You can just pick and choose whatever part you like, and hey, that's me. I'm LGBTQ Christian.
Well, actually, speaking of contradictions, because he just contradicted himself, saying that we have free will, yet it's predetermined. In the Bible, with the Bible, it's very interesting. What you can do is you can say it's absolutely infallible, God's word, but it's also open for interpretation. So it's brilliant.
Just like you have free will, but you have predetermined destiny.
Exactly.
You can't have
mutually
both.
contradictory. Yeah, I think it's brilliant, and I love Keane. I think he's the best.
Why don't you go fucking make love to him then?
I'm waiting for him to come back.
Yeah,
He's already back, I heard.
He's
He
waiting
will
for
return
Trevor
again.
to pull out so he can slide in afterwards.
It's really a toss-up. At this point, I'm waiting for either Jesus or Brett. Whoever gets back first, I'm on that bandwagon.
I like the doggy situation. I like
I wanna
the
see Brett
anal situation.
Gumming on some steak.
Yeah. I have all these noises that
Steak.
Brett makes on this soundboard. There's him breathing.
I was taking a picture of my dick today.
Guillotine, McHitler, guillotine.
I
She was
took a-
sitting there finger banging herself.
I was taking a picture of my dick today, but I accidentally hit video. And
Oh,
when I-
no.
And when I went to play it back, I could hear myself like muffing and grunting while I was taking a picture of it. I was like, oh, damn. I got to stop taking videos of my dick, dude.
Why are you taking videos of your dick?
I was going to send it to somebody.
Don't send your dick to people.
I don't know. Some people like that. I went to play the picture back,
Dude,
and it was a video, and I was like, that stink dick. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know audio was on. Shit.
Is Brett Keane really back? Did he make a Twitter post?
I don't know. Somebody said, someone's warn Billy. This is the type of person
minutes.
Brett Keane is now that Brett Keane's back. And I saw that. on
Then the letter worked that Cabal wrote.
So,
shit.
Satanic Cabal, if Brett asked you out on a date, would you go like a nice dinner, like at the Chinese buffet in Festus,
Missouri. They don't serve mac and cheese.
They
though.
don't.
Heads up.
Do you want to call and ask, like, just to double check?
They might have added mac and cheese at this point. So
Yeah.
maybe we should call.
Do you want to double check?
Yeah, let's give a call.
Well, I don't want to say their number on the air.
Yeah, I wouldn't say their number on the air.
So I don't want to. It might. You know what? We'll have to pre-record that because I don't want.
No, let's call it now.
No,
Pussy.
I don't want their number to somehow
You're
show
such
on
a
the
fucking
screen.
pussy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Punch me in the face.
These chairs must be very uncomfortable because
Yeah.
Joe never wants to
I
sit
don't
in
want
them.
to punch you.
Oh, you almost knocked over the wine, Joey.
Yeah. What a piece of shit. I open hand slapped him instead.
I cannot wait to see Joe's comeback now.
My ear's ringing.
Damn, dude.
That's on the list.
That's on the list.
Play the video.
God just specifically selected a certain group of individuals who are going to heaven,
Wow.
and the other group he's just going to simply destroy.
Let me do this.
I know that there are passages where it says God has it set aside the wicked for the day of judgment. But if you think about it, this is for people. God realized that there were going to be people who were not going to do the right thing, that they weren't going to choose the right path. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's got it set in place that individuals are going to burn. It just simply means
That's exactly what it
category,
means.
a subset.
Exactly what it means. He predetermined it all. He knew it all. But that doesn't
Right.
mean he wanted it to happen necessarily. or that he made it happen. Yeah.
Exactly. God can be bested at
perfect
some
sense.
point. He can be. That's the whole point.
Is that why Satan exists?
Yeah.
Which one is it, Billy? Tell me which one.
Um,
Don't say it on the mic.
It was the only one that I could find. The top one.
Ah, man.
Are we talking about
Yeah.
God still?
Yeah, the only Lord I could find was the top Lord. I guess there was a couple of little.
Yeah. God will be bested at some point. That's the whole Gnostic doctrine.
think so.
You'll see it as an allegory in every Marvel movie ever made.
Gnostic dog fuckers. Oh, by the way, nobody talk about the movie Infinity War.
All right.
Oh, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil
Don't
it.
spoil it.
Don't
Just
spoil
People
it.
got mad. You know what? We did a Star Wars review for the first movie of the new trilogy.
Yeah, The Force Awakens.
And we did do spoilers. We even put spoiler alert and everything. And like, people still got mad. Because they
Yeah.
watched it anyway.
I turned off my computer for the last like 3 days, and I sat alone in a dark closet, and then I went to go see it
Hold
last
on.
night.
Here we go.
And I didn't get anything
Here we go.
spoiled. I was very
Everyone
happy
be
boy.
quiet.
Yeah, this is the buffet in Festus.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have mac and cheese?
What you say?
Do you have mac and cheese on the buffet?
No.
Macaroni
no,
and cheese? Mac and cheese?
No.
Oh, you don't serve that? If I had a special friend come in with me, he's a big fan of mac and cheese, and I was thinking about taking him out to lunch. Is there any way I could like have a special order for the day? We could just get like one big
We
vat.
don't have. We don't have.
You don't have? Oh, okay. What
Would it be all right if I fucked your cunt?
Thank you.
Oh, you're terrible, Joe.
I'm
Why would
so
you do
bad
that?
at prank calls. I don't
Yeah,
get them yet.
dude, that was terrible.
Let's call back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I'll try it again. I'll try it again.
No, you're terrible.
Thank you for the.
I'll say pussy instead.
Thank you for your order.
Shit.
You fucking butchered that, cunt.
I just.
You butchered it.
You're right.
It was fine before.
Sorry.
I don't
I'll
know
try it
what
again
you
later.
expect when you're not serving mac and cheese. Like that's the kind of
I
answer you're
know.
gonna get
Exactly.
from your potential customers.
It was believable.
Oh man.
After the way Joe asserted himself there, they're gonna put mac and cheese on the menu.
Exactly.
It's gonna be there.
She's
next
gonna
time we
run over
call.
to her superior, her handler, and be like, "Mac and cheese immediately. She fucked my cunt. If not,
Or
Property values in fucking Festus are gonna skyrocket after mac and cheese
Yeah.
shows up in the buffet.
ladies and gentlemen,
subtlety was never my strong suit."
today in Festus, Missouri, the buffet added macaroni and cheese, causing the property values to rise up 34%.
This is how Weinstein came to power.
All right, Joe. You know what? I'm done with this. Intellectual Joe. Yep. Time to bring him back. Because I'm tired of this immature Joe. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here, Benjamin. Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about how Chinese buffets became so ingrained into American culture?
It's actually rather fascinating. Richard Nixon, of all people, who you may remember from the Watergate scandal, our 37th president, he actually popularized it. And it's rather fascinating because we know how Americanized it is in this culture. But around the year 1971, he was working on his first term, of course, the only term that he eventually ended up serving, but spoiler alert, Watergate. But originally, he was so taken with the Mandarin culture that he had actually brought it over via Air Force One, and our whole generation doesn't know the difference. We believe honestly that the Americanized Chinese cuisine that we are presented with was invented by someone other than our 37th president, and it's rather fascinating.
Wonderful. All right, next video.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he okay?
Oh, that
My
energy.
name is Brett Keane,
Holy shit, he looks.
and I'm from God TV Radio.
Is he high?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Check out my gaming channel, Games You Love. And when you get a chance, check out my brother, Justin Keane. He does music and stuff. And...
You know what this is?
This is him dying. This is before one of his normal I'm leaving YouTube, but he like kayfabed his own death.
Yeah, he did it because...
That's what this is. And this proves he's kayfabe.
Well, that's true, but him and Justin had a deal, and Justin made Brett promise that he would plug his show, and was the only conditions under which Brett would do it if he was dying before he would, because as we all know, Brett only works out for himself.
Justin said, "Hey, brother Brett, will you plug my show?" He's like, "Okay, I'll plug your show, but I have to put in the contract after I plug it that I die." Mm-hmm. Like, why would you add that to the contract, Brett? No, trust me, it's gonna be a good thing. What the fuck?
Jeez, what am I supposed to say next? All right. Yeah. There's
his eyebrows are dark as fuck. You think that's just from in jail?
Different places.
No, he didn't fake his death, Haiku King. Just like the Christ, he rose again. Jesus.
Someone wanted me to put him on double speed.
I don't think I can do videos anymore. I've gotten too old.
He still speaks slow.
Bought some youth potion for me? I think I'm going to die.
Watch this.
So bad.
This is him. This is him rising from the ashes. Watch.
Oh, this is historical accuracy right here. Yeah! Rock and roll.
Justin King guitar solo saves his life.
I'll tell you what. Justin Keane is like talented and like I mean like everything Brett could never be. Justin Keane
Justin here?
No. This is Brett after he dyes his hair.
Oh,
and
Brett
he has no shirt on.
Brett dyes his hair.
Justin Keane is actually like thin and like doesn't even look anything like Brett Keane.
And Justin Keane is in the band Tool?
No.
Oh.
He's in some band that no one knows about.
He's in a band called The Perfect Circle?
No.
Oh. So Brett Keane's brother is in Slipknot? No?
Why? What?
I don't know what you're talking about. That was cute with the way Brett faked his own death and then dyed his hair.
I bought it. Like, I'm back.
That was really cute. He looked really hot in the second picture with his shirt off.
The Christos mocked his own death as well.
Yeah.
Yeshua ben Joseph, of course.
Yeah, Tupac, Jesus, and Brett Keane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus had a new hairdo when he came back.
How many more parallels do you people need?
You people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Non-Keane believers.
You're a non-believer. What's a guard to a non-believer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brett Keane, you sick little manatee.
I like him.
You like him.
Mm-hmm.
You like all types of weird shit, though.
Yeah.
I walked in on Joe masturbating to Hitler books on tape.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? He's like,
they were lying. Hitler was not a good speaker at all.
Yeah.
I speak German, as you know.
Yeah.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Bitte, Empel. And he was an idiot. He was a flagrant idiot, but he was correct. And I think that's the point here. You don't need to be articulate to be correct.
It's time to move on. I do want to let everyone know that because YouTube takes 2 days to process a stream that's over 2 hours long for us, because they're trying to pick up naughty words in the chat and shit like that, we're just going to go ahead and stop this halfway through and create a new stream after that. That way you guys don't have to wait 2 days to see it all.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Part 2. Oh, look at this cute boy.
Yeah.
Remember when I did that to you, Billy?
Dick.
Stab you in the chest.
Okay, so I got a story to tell. Cadillac rolling fat. You see, I went to my local eatery for a double down. Cadillac rolling fat.
Where did you find this, Benjamin?
It was sent to me by an anonymous source.
But I couldn't just settle for a double down. I need to get that rolling fat. I need to get that Papa Burger from AMW because it was a hybrid.
This was a long time ago. I don't know if you can see.
I was a different person.
Yeah,
then.
I was a different person back
I disavow this.
It's humiliating.
I don't know if you can see in the video when you see my face, but I probably have lost like 300 pounds since then.
Do you like Double Down straight dope?
Do you like Double Down?
I don't know what that is.
Don't know what it is. Of course, straight dope. He's
Sounds
being
pretty
honest
good.
for once.
I don't think straight dope lives in America. So
where do you live?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I'm in Canada.
Fallujah?
Yeah.
What's the address?
They didn't have Double Downs in Canada?
I don't know
I have
if they
no
do.
idea.
They have poutine at the KFCs in Canada. That's pretty
Do they?
badass. Yeah. They got poutine at the Burger Kings and the KFCs, and I think they have it at Costco even. I heard Costco poutine's real good. You said horrible?
Yeah, I don't know. Fast food, poutine. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
The most reasonable thing I could do, you know, was eat one first and then grub the other. But as I
Damn.
started thinking, that's a lot of meat, and adding a little more might not.
You ate all this shit?
it's all about preparation, Benjamin. As you can tell, this was a long time ago. This is a different life I lived. The box screen.
You disavow this?
Do you not see the video doesn't fill the entire screen? That's
Do you
that's the
disavow
old
this?
4:3 ratio. This is a long time ago. Things that happen in 4:3 ratio don't count today in a
Hit
HD
up the
widescreen
mother of all
world.
chicken sandwiches, and you know when Mama and Papa get together, they make baby. I'm not gonna lie, the big Papa dropper, the double Papa dropper.
Did you see my
fat
fucking
sandwiches.
Big Hoss Captain Jonah Hill haircut?
Yeah.
I'm wearing some suspenders. This is the same suspenders I wore.
Pinwheel.
Pinwheel, yeah. This
Good enough on
might have been the
its own, but
same fucking
leftovers
week.
gave me a-
Oh my.
I'm just enjoying a little meal. Young.
salad sandwich. And,
That's a side
that
salad
went pretty
sandwich.
quick. And I started.
Wash that shit down. The look on your face.
I was enjoying a meal.
Thinking I'm gonna have to dig.
And what's in this sandwich here? So it's two pieces of
Two all
fried
beef
fried
patties, lettuce, mayo, fucking cheese, Swiss cheese, American cheese, bacon.
In between
two chicken fucking double down patties. I took the
All,
pop.
all good ingredients.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember when we were at the Heart Attack Grill in Vegas? They
Yeah.
wanted you to be the spokesman. There's this big restaurant chain in Vegas. It's called the Heart Attack Grill.
And
They weigh you on the scale. And if you weigh over 300 pounds, an alarm goes off.
Yeah.
Billy at the time clocked in at a resounding 578.
Yeah, I think it was
It went off.
578.
Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. The owner himself drove down because he got an
drove
alert.
down.
I'd like to imagine there was like a red emergency phone like they had
Yeah.
during the Cold
It's like
War.
the bat phone.
He got a call. Really? It must be the chosen one. And then he came down to the studio, and then he wanted to meet Billy, like 578. We haven't had somebody this fat and living in
Yeah.
years. And he tried to groom him to be the spokesman.
He offered me to be the spokesperson, but this was just after their second spokesperson died on them.
Yeah.
The first one died like a year or two before, and the
Exactly.
second one just died like
Do they
weeks
take
before.
out like
Just
an
weeks before.
Do they take like an insurance policy out on your
Probably.
life?
Probably, but
it's
he
a dead
offered him.
peasant insurance policy.
He said, "I want you to be my spokesman.
Yeah.
Nobody else will do." Like what he said, and
Yeah.
he said, "We recently lost our last one." And then later, I took him aside and I said, "What did he die of?" He goes, "Heart attack." It's called the Heart Attack Grill. So
Yeah.
every spokesman they ever had died. They had 6 spokesmen. Billy was going to be the 7th one, and they're looking for like the chosen one. He even threw really hot waitresses at him.
Yeah, they had like
Beautiful.
strippers in nurse outfits
They're
as the
dressed
waitresses.
as nurses. Yeah, it
They're
was
like-
amazing.
They're doing like shots, giving us Jello shots out of dick, penis, syringes. It was weird, but like if you weigh over 350 pounds, there they feed you for free.
Yeah.
And it's like all you can eat burgers
All
and
you
fries
can
and
eat.
shit. All you gotta do is buy like a Coca-Cola.
That's why they died.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I could
They
have
gave
moved
him
to
a
Vegas.
lifetime free supply of food.
Of food.
I
And
could've
why
moved
would
to
you spend
Vegas
money
and
on
eaten there
food
forever.
again?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
if you don't give a shit about what you eat and you
Yeah.
get free food, you never spend $1 on food again.
Yeah, all I gotta do is go in there and buy a beer or a Coca-Cola.
Yep.
And
I
they
think
give you
this guy's
fries
a
covered in
serial
mayo and
killer.
shit. He might be a
He
serial
is
killer.
serious.
He
He just
actually
figured out how to get away with
He uses the most inefficient method possible.
Yeah, his story is that he was a doctor.
Yes.
And he he was
Yes.
a doctor, and people kept coming in. He's like, "You're gonna have to lose some weight." And he says his story was people were getting fatter and fatter, and he was getting tired of treating these morbidly obese people with medicine they wouldn't listen to. So he wanted to give them what they really needed.
Exactly.
A fucking heart attack burger.
Exactly. So he does
Is
actually.
it like the Terminator burger?
It's weird.
It's weird. It's really weird.
They
But
have
basically.
They have a double bypass, a triple bypass, and a quadruple bypass.
Yes.
And I think a single bypass too. The quadruple
He
bypass.
founded
is
this
4
restaurant out of a deep hatred for fat people, is what we gathered from it.
Yeah.
And
So he gets excited at the chance to kill fat people.
yes, he's like one of those
So
feeders.
He came down to Billy
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, here's the next one."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
I know. And he basically enslaves these people with their own vices because he knows they're addicted to food, so he gives
Here's
them the most rich food they can imagine.
Is that the double
That's some of
bypass?
that's
No,
their-
no, no.
Oh, that's the Thurman.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is-
Thurman,
This
yeah.
is the Terminator. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's their giant, like,
Yeah.
5-pound.
Remember, we
burger.
ordered
That's
that, and I
5
ate.
pounds?
Yeah, we ordered
Pimmonk
that.
ate it. Pimmonk ate this entire burger and all the fries off the plate. and
Where's the
drank a
Thurman
beer.
burger at?
The Thurman burger is about half the size of this.
Where is the Thurman burger at?
Oh, what? Like
The
the.
Thurman Cafe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Columbus.
Columbus.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, we got it, and I ate the lettuce.
That's all you ate?
Yeah.
They also put ham and caramelized onions and bacon and all these different types of cheese. And yeah, Pimmonk was smart, though. Almost like he knew what he was doing. He took it apart piece by
That's
piece.
cheating. It's cheating.
That's
He's
the only way
smart.
you could do it. Like, how could you open your jaw that wide? Are you fucking anaconda?
I am an anaconda.
Okay.
I can do it. Eat it like a dick. Bun is the head and just suck it down from the top down.
My anaconda
Don't want none unless you got buns, huh?
But looking at it, I started to get a little scared. Look at that grease and grime. There's only one way to do it, and that's to do it. Suck my teeth in.
You've like lost your appetite these days too, like because of the dieting. Like you probably couldn't eat half of that shit.
Yeah,
now.
not at all.
I don't think I could.
You're kind of a lightweight now.
Yeah, like I'll be like, I'm hungry. Billy's like, I'm not hungry at all.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit,
And then I go home and
gotta
I
go
like,
out and eat alone tonight.
and I go home and I eat a protein bar or something, and that's it.
Pretty gritty at first. I'm not gonna lie. It was oozing, dripping greases down my chin. It was kind of ridiculous.
What do I have
But
behind
I
my
kept
ear?
pushing through until
I got some shit on the back of my ear.
Until I think I had a mild heart attack.
God, I'm fat.
Fortunately, it wasn't my first, so bucked up, finished that big bad boy, smashed that thing all the way down. I can't believe
What a great video.
I just don't know why people want to judge little Billy for having lunch. Come on, I was just enjoying a light snack in my youth.
Pimmonk's in the chat and he said I puked 5 times. Yeah, but you held it down for at least an hour, so I consider that a victory. It's okay to puke like hours later, but
Congratulations, Sir
Proud of you, Pip.
Pippinus of Monkington.
there's a video of him finishing it. It's crazy. It's like,
Wow.
I can't believe it.
I'm gonna pee.
I couldn't even finish the normal Thurman.
how fat it was. It was like
Should I go back to my
grease
Jonah Hill
kicking
hair?
my throat all the way down to my belly.
It's better now.
Well, what are you gonna
No.
do? It was pretty much the best day of my life.
It was the best day of your life.
It was the best day of my life.
Do it all again.
At the point in time, maybe it was the best day of my
so lucky
life,
to
but
have
I've
another
lived since then. This video is like 8, 9 years old. I don't know.
disavow that.
You disavow that?
No. I'm just,
You disavow it? Benjamin?
you disavow it.
Benjamin? Straight dope. You ready for some news?
Sure.
All right.
PPS and boo.
What do we got here?
It took us a long time for the two Koreas to come together and to hold hands together. And we have long waited for this moment to happen, all of us. And since, as I stand here today, I can see that South and North Koreas are the same people, the same blood, that they cannot be separated together. We are...
Whatever, they cannot be separated together? Is that...
Yeah.
That's a bad translation. But, yes, they're the same blood. Yes. Less than 100 years ago, they were the same people, and there's definitely there's families that were separated by this. By now, they're like extended family, but yeah. But I've heard so much mixed information about this. Like, he doesn't really want to denuclearize. He just thinks he has enough. But then I've heard he's totally denuclearizing. I don't know what to believe anymore.
It's hard to know what the fuck is going on there. It's like totally closed off. Like, it's a black box. So
I think he said he would trade his nukes in for like a Walmart and some Starbucks.
He is the first. He's the first North Korean leader to visit South Korea. Since the war.
Yeah, to cross the line. And I think we can thank Donald Trump for this, right?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis
Okay.
Rodman for sure.
I know it was one of those cool celebrity boys.
The compatriots, and it has really brought strong emotions to myself as well. And we are not people that should be confronting each other. That we are the same people that should live in unity.
I think Kim Jong-un just wants KFC franchises so he can have a double down.
Hey.
He's been seeing the commercials for his whole life.
North Korea, South Korea, a chicken patty.
Right.
Pieces of bacon and cheese in between.
That smushy, gooey goodness.
I love you, Korea.
Double down on a future of one Korea. There is no two Koreas anymore. There's no North. There is no South. There is only Korea.
The DMZ is the bacon and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Hope that we will be able to live very peacefully in the future as soon as possible, and I also hope that we will be established to establish a new track, a new path forward. And with such strong resolve that I came to pass the demarcation line and to arrive at this point. And based on the will and the support that we got from South and North Korean people, we feel the heavy burden on our side, and we have engaged in in-depth discussions.
This is how sheltered the North Korean people were. Their lead interpreter sucks.
Yeah.
She fucking sucks.
It's true.
And like, she's not even saying what Kim Jong-un is
saying at all. Yeah.
I heard him back there. He dropped the N-bomb, and he was like, he's just like quoting KRS-One.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, dude.
By the way, false flag, that's clearly Melissa McCarthy in drag.
Fact.
So that's all.
His hair does look like Brett Keane after he dyed his hair black, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good eye. Yeah, this is looking pretty optimistic. Just wait for Donald Trump to fuck it up with one tweet.
Yeah,
that's all we gotta wait for.
That is a good point. Like, for us, it was like, damn, we're on the West Coast. He'll try to lob one of his rockets over at us or something. But I was never really that worried about it because they seemed pretty incompetent when it came to ballistic missiles.
You weren't worried about it because you got a bonus bucket, right?
No.
You never got the Jim Baker bonus bucket? Oh, shit. Yeah, we're all going to die.
They ripped us off.
That was my backup plan.
And now I'm seeing them everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Like, they just want me to die in the apocalypse.
Do you think they have some sort of, like, rapture proof that you only get your bonus bucket if you're pure? And you fucking atheist scum can't have a bonus bucket because they have rapture protection on their bonus buckets? That could be why you didn't get it. A bonus bucket.
It's a Jim Baker end times apocalypse bucket.
Yes.
It's got a multitude of meal
He
options.
believes in a pre-tribulation rapture, you see.
So he sells you these giant food buckets that are supposed to last, like 50 years in the bucket. Like, they keep good that long, but then like, it's the nastiest food.
They have like pancake ration and mac and cheese and fucking
ice
peas and ice cream. But then he recommends, after you've done with the bucket, just
Use
shit in it.
Yeah, or use it as furniture before you eat it.
Use it as furniture to sit on while you're living for 50 years, and then when you're done with the food, take a shit in the bucket. It's some weirdo shit.
It's fucking genius.
Smart.
He thought of everything.
Let's see what else we got here. Here's Trump talking about the Korean thing.
Both on and off the record, White House officials will tell you, listen, they are very pleased, but they are also...
What?
Does Trump have them black in him?
Yeah. Probably a little bit. No one's less racist than me.
Clearly cautiously optimistic. Especially cautious. Let me take you back to Twitter. You just showed a tweet the president had. He actually has had several tweets this morning. Every time I have a script to turn in, he has another tweet, so then I have to adjust the script. But let me just share this one. I think you'll find it instructive. The president saying, after a furious year of missile launches and nuclear testing, a historic meeting between North and South Korea is now taking place. Good things are happening, but only time.
Look at him walk. How many steps do you think this motherfucker's walked in his life?
Dude, I bet you he plays Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
My dude Kim
learning.
Jong-un is the level 39 Pokemon Go player.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he caught a Mewtwo.
And that emphasis on the caution. The historic gathering coming ahead of proposed talks between the U.S. and North Korea, set to take place sometime in late May or early June.
Let's walk together by uniting our minds, efforts, and our wisdoms together to the future, where a new era, new dreams, and hopes are waiting.
Fox News knew that the fucking woman was a terrible translator, so they hired a 5th grader to translate for them. What the fuck? Can I get a job as a translator then?
We can do it.
Yeah.
Just throw shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah. Damn. Great to have Secretary Pompeo confirmed he will do an excellent job helping POTUS lead our efforts to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula.
Isn't it obvious that this is all fake and gay? False flag.
What happens if South Korea isn't like making peace with North Korea, but they're joining forces?
Yeah, they are,
and they're gonna take. They're gonna strike
take
America.
the side of China, and then it's
Yeah, they're gonna take over China with their Samsung phones.
Yes, and then China is going to begrudgingly take arms with Russia.
Every American with a Samsung phone is now powering the intel of North Korea.
Yes. Luckily, there's a new app with all new smartphones, starting with the S9, where it becomes a lightsaber, so we can do battle.
We're gonna do battle with lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
What if the cloud? All right. What if the cloud that everybody talks about, our phones are all connected by the cloud, but these tiny batteries that we all have in our pockets, they all explode at once and it creates a mushroom cloud?
The Note.
No.
You don't think that could happen?
No, I don't think it has
Are you
that
sure?
amount of power.
Think of all the phones.
They
in the
already
concentrated
tried
areas.
it. They already tried it with the Pinto. They tried it with the Note 7. It doesn't work. People catch it in time.
Okay, good.
To Twitter this time, it's Sarah Sanders, the White House press secretary. She said this, of course, in the heels of yesterday's confirmation of the new Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. Said, great to have Secretary
Sarah
Pompeo
Huckabee always looks like
confirmed.
she just got done wrestling a pig.
Came here now, Donald Trump told me, oh, I don't catch that pig, I'm going to lose my job.
Okay, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
He will do an excellent job helping POTUS lead our efforts to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. And I show this because obviously he has previously met with the leader from Pyongyang. POTUS, by the way, also thanking China's President Xi, saying on Twitter that without him, even getting to this point would have been much tougher and it would have been a much longer process. Rick?
Good job
Who is
changing
this
your script
POTUS
on the
and why does he get front page coverage? That's what I want to know. Why don't they say Trump? It's really weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
fly there, Kevin.
Yeah.
Exactly. What can you tell us about the German Chancellor's visit to the White House this morning?
Okay, this has been a week of diplomacy and obviously discussions. And clearly, when Angela Merkel comes here later this morning, it's not just a conversation about the things you would expect, like tariffs and trade with the EU and the Iran nuclear deal. It's also about a range of security issues that the U.S. and Germany and our
get Jordan Peele to play this news anchor. This is Is this like a sequel to Get Out?
It's getting weirder and weirder.
Get out of the White House.
Yep, they're just banking us on us not knowing what POTUS means. I swear.
When we find that out,
so more of
we're
us get
gonna
on
run this
board.
world.
Yeah, it's gonna be a riot.
I'm a flat earther, and I don't know what POTUS means, and I'm willing to admit that.
Our other allies in Europe would like to try to tackle. Now, you probably also know this. Unlike the overwhelmingly warm reception here at the White House for Emmanuel Macron, where the president and the French leader seem to just be BFFs, he's had a somewhat frosty relationship with Angela Merkel. You may remember she's actually been here before. It's been a working relationship, one that we would expect to be sort of like what we will see again this week when the two leaders have a chance to meet. Kellyanne Conway, by the way,
Can
was
you imagine
asked
this
about
guy having sex with a woman?
I feel like these are rodeo clowns paid to perform for me. Everything's just way too retarded to take seriously. I can't take it seriously.
That's what
Look
the
at these
American
two.
public...
Look at these two. They're smirking. That's Duper's Delight, they call that.
Yeah. She's the Chancellor of Germany.
Exactly. Yeah, we know her. She was supposedly the mastermind behind the Arab Spring.
She was?
Yeah, that's what a lot of Germans say, at least. I know
see.
Germans. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ein bisschen. I can't.
You need to put the glasses on when you say smart stuff, dude. People get confused.
sort of frosty relationship between these two leaders. Here's what she said earlier today.
I don't think it needs to be compared. France and Germany are great allies of the United States of America. Obviously, there are issues that affect all of us at the same time.
I thought it was Patrick Stewart in drag. What?
Damn.
I've seen some of those comparisons. I think
Make it
every
so,
leader is
number
different,
one.
every relationship is different. But the important part is the relationship between the countries. And we're very happy that Chancellor Merkel is making another trip here to the United States.
Why did she pause before she said the name?
She had to clear her throat.
Chancellor Merkel. Like, there's something going on. What's the saying? The cheese is rotten in Denmark,
and only when there's no fire. Something smoke. The cheese is rotten in Denmark, and so is Danish.
The smoked Gouda. Yeah. There's some shit going down. Kim Jong-un is meeting up with South Korea. We got Trump meeting up with the fucking Merkel, the new German connection. We're about to have World War III, and it's not going to be public. It's going to all be hidden behind the scenes. And then we don't know what way we're going to win. We won't know we're going to win. Just one day, we're going to get a Google update, and whatever country won, that's what the fucking terms of service are going to be written in. And we won't even know. We're just like, oh shit, my terms of service are in North Korean now.
Right.
They're in fucking Korean. Like, why is this?
Or we're going to watch a Kim Jong-un video, and it's going to be an obvious Caucasian.
Damn. Yeah, this shit's weird, man. This isn't news. This is breakthrough right here. Yeah. Something's going on.
Did you guys see the new video of Trump trying to hold his wife's hand again? And her just fucking...
Was
like,
she pulling
whapping
away?
him away?
Those a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like
She
pulling,
always
like
pulls her hand away. Always.
sticking out his pinky, just like trying to, hey, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, grab my hand.
And of
baby.
course you would
It's
buy
like-
that simp.
All right, here's Bill
What you
Cosby. He was found guilty.
Found guilty?
Bippity boppity, I was found guilty.
See, I have a lot of people. A lot of people have been mentioning how there's a lot of like Louis C.K. only got fired, Kevin Spacey only got fired, but because Bill Cosby is a black man, he's been convicted.
That's true. Oh, of course, you could look at the difference of the crime. Like a lot of people would say, racists, I think.
SJW.
Yeah, racists would say that, of course, Bill Cosby drugged and raped women. All Louis C.K. did was, masturbate in front of girls, right? And all Kevin Spacey did was
Proposition a 14-year-old
proposition
boy
a
at a
14-year-old
Hollywood
when
party.
he was 26.
That's a different kind of crime.
He was 26.
Yeah, when we're way past the statute of
But
limitations.
this is back when NAMBLA was still LGBTQ.
Right.
So NAMBLA was still a part of LGBTQ until 1994.
Right.
So maybe it's not racist. Maybe it's fake and gay.
The obvious connection here is Netflix. Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K., all exclusive rights through Netflix, right? It's the big dogs trying to muscle out the little guys like Miramax, Weinstein. Uh-oh, we got it. And everybody knows Bill Cosby was making his big comeback on Netflix.
No, I think it's racist if you think Bill Cosby is a rapist. You're racist, that's all.
Whatever.
Major breaking news are coming into CNN right now. There's been a verdict that has been reached in the Bill Cosby trial. Quickly, want to go to Athena Jones. She's standing outside the courtroom.
Why does he look so happy?
Because
Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Outside the courthouse there in
Maybe that's
Pennsylvania.
CCH
You see
Pounder.
Bill Cosby walking out. Athena, I take it we don't have the verdict yet, but we're about to get it. Is that right?
That's what we understand, Wolf, according to media reports from CNN affiliates and others. This jury of 7 men and 5 women has reached a verdict. We hope to learn what that verdict is in the next few minutes now that they're being called back into the courtroom. This jury has deliberated for 14 hours and 22 minutes after a 17-day trial. And remember, this is the second time Bill Cosby is being tried on these charges. He is charged with aggravated indecent assault.
Wow, this is super racism.
That's called double jeopardy.
This is double
and
indemnity,
you can't be prosecuted for the same crime
So this
twice.
must be racism if he's being prosecuted twice.
They're right. I retract my statement.
Holy shit.
America is rigged against the black man.
Holy shit.
As if,
I mean, he was a black guy that was accepted forever, though. I mean, he was on...
He was America's dad.
Yeah, he was. That's why
But
he's
even
being
before
taken
that,
down.
even
He
in,
was
like,
the last remaining
the
patriarch.
late 60s, he was around.
See, this
No, in the mid-60s, he was one of the top stand-ups in the world.
Right,
Wonderfulness came out in 1967. It was a top-selling hit. It was a stand-up comedy routine.
Yeah.
Even my father, a devout racist, idolized
A devout racist.
This is the part that is so racist. All right. Have you ever seen the movie Get Out, Ben?
Robbed one too many.
Ben, have you seen the
with Jordan Peele? Yeah.
Too many pudding pops. You ever seen the movie Get Out? Are you familiar with the
Yeah.
Sunken Place?
Yes.
The Sunken Place
I
is when the man was hypnotized. He felt like he was very susceptible to things, and the white family hypnotized him, put him in the Sunken Place. All Bill Cosby did was put these women in the Sunken Place for moments of their life where African Americans every day live in the Sunken Place.
Exactly.
This is racism.
Racist.
For Wakanda.
No.
And sexually
He
assaulting
drugged
Andrea
people.
Constand in 2004. In that first trial last year, the jury was...
He even talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on. He admitted to drugging people. Yeah, it's illegal enough to drug someone against their will, let alone fuck them while they're drugged. So, yes, that's a problem.
Okay, when you put it that way.
The best thing I saw about this was an Onion headline, and it was Bill Cosby disoriented after jury slips conviction into his verdict.
Yeah.
I say DP meetup with Bill Cosby as the bartender.
Cheap drinks.
wasn't able to reach a unanimous verdict on the 3 counts he's charged with in this case, and so the judge declared a mistrial. Now we have this new case having been deliberated, and what's interesting about this, Wolf, now is that this is the first major case coming to trial after the Me Too movement, after this huge movement where there's a huge emphasis on sexual assault, sexual harassment.
This is the first
in the workplace.
case that came to
It has
trial
brought
after the
down,
Me Too movement.
many-
The whole reason that Bill Cosby got like all these charges got drummed up again was because Hannibal Buress did a stand-up special, calling out Cosby for being a rapist as a punchline,
Right.
And he said, "No, literally, look it up." That was the whole punchline of the joke.
That
was
was
that
the
Bill
punchline
Cosby
of
was
the
a
joke.
rapist, and that's what people went and looked, and they're like, "Wait a second,
Yeah.
Bill Cosby might be a fucking son of a bitch."
Truth in comedy. Exactly. That's the key. Janice Dickinson admitted, though, that her...
She was full of shit.
She was entirely fabricated, yeah.
No, she wasn't entirely fabricated at all.
She said.
No, she
publicly.
said things in her book were fabricated, but the rape wasn't fabricated.
No.
They were
official
questioning
testimony that was dictated in her book was fabricated. Was the story that she came out with an official statement?
No, she said other things, but her statement about being raped by Bill Cosby wasn't fabricated.
Listen, I'm saying it's a gift to be raped by Bill Cosby.
He stars in the media, in Hollywood, of course, starting with Harvey Weinstein, and so it'll be interesting to see what kind of result the jury comes to in this trial. We do know a few things about the deliberations. We know that the jury asked the judge what it means to consent to a sexual encounter. That was
not when you're drugged.
Yeah. if you're slipping drugs into girls' drinks, so they're okay with you slipping dick in their
They wouldn't
stink.
even be okay. They just can't do anything. They're just like totally immobilized.
You think that's how it was? He just
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of
Damn.
those. It makes you paralyzed
Yeah.
from the neck down. They're very good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
They're very effective.
I swear by them.
Well, because as we all know, the tendency to repeat trauma is rooted in the sense that we feel the sensation. So if you're molested at a young age, it feels good, and that confuses you because you don't yet have the mental power to register the fact that, hold on, you don't have the mental power to yet register the fact that it feels sexually good. So what ends up happening, of course, is that that confused sensation that you remember from a young age is replicated many times over. And some of us do it through the uses of tattoos, as you would call them, ink.
What are you trying to say?
And I'm saying that everybody who gets a tattoo is a sadomasochistic pervert.
Well, actually, Joseph, it's not just the youth. It's not just the youth that have these tendencies of disillusion when being molested, but grown men in prison having sexual encounters forced upon them in the anus for the very first time. They also cannot deal with the fact that they enjoyed the pleasures of the raping.
Is it not a coincidence that the key people that are most colluded with the masochism underbelly of society is, in fact, gay men and straight women, because it invariably hurts their first time, invariably. And they learn to associate the pleasure with the pain. Now, we can't speak exhaustively of any psychological ailment as something that's purely causal. A lot of times it's acausal and oftentimes creative in nature. But when we're talking about sexuality and we're talking about being, as you say, fucked hard, right, you are going to be prone to repeat the trauma in some way, shape, or form, if only to take control of it in some small way. I remember, actually, when my late wife ended up sleeping with a man. That was not me. His name was Hatem, and he was an MMA fighter, so I was not going to compete with that shit. And I remember distinctively, quiet.
He sounds like Milo Yiannopoulos right now.
I remember distinctively that I couldn't bear it. Unless, of course, I had some form of control. Now, sadly, Adam passed away in a small gas leak. But I was able to have her replicate it with other lovers in front of me. And it was through these means that I conquered my need for jealousy. Cuck! And what you would call the cuckolds, are they not, in fact, very brave to have their beloved Rogered in front of you?
Roger.
I don't think anything is more brave than that.
All right, you're back, Joe.
What happened?
Jolly Roger.
I hope he didn't say anything honest.
The judge told them that he can't tell them what consent means. It is going to be up to the jury to determine that. Just quickly on the specific counts Cosby is charged with. He's charged with penetrating the genitals of a complainant with part of his body without the complainant's consent. He's charged with doing the same while the complainant was unconscious. This complainant, of course, being Andrea Constand. And the third count says he penetrated the genitals of the complainant when she was unable to consent because he administered drugs, intoxicant, or other means for the purpose of preventing resistance. One thing that's important in this case, of course, this second trial, Wolf, is that in this trial, five other women, separate from Constand, testified that Cosby drugged and assaulted them in previous instance. And the prosecutors say this establishes a pattern of behavior by Bill Cosby. So that is information that was part of this trial. And one thing I should note is that Cosby's attorneys are saying, look, yes, Cosby did have a sexual encounter with Andrea Constand, but it was consensual. They say that Bill Cosby says when Constand...
Hold on. There's still a phone that sounds like that?
From 1994.
Really?
Ma Bell. How is that happening?
Yeah, what?
And why would they have that phone
on the
so
news?
close to the
Everything's
live reporter?
fake and gay, I told you.
Damn. The only thing I can believe in right now is that Bill Cosby was a victim of America. I say that with 3 Ks. America's suppression. Oppression.
Told him to stop. He stopped. His attorneys say this is a witch hunt, a phrase we've heard a lot lately. He also says lynchings and
Athena,
McCarthyism.
we're just being told that he has been convicted on all 3 counts. So all 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault, punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Each count, Laura Coates is with us, our legal analyst as well. That would be 30 years if you add them up, but he could serve potentially all of those convictions concurrently.
Yes, in Pennsylvania, for cases like that, you can actually serve. If you have 10, 10, 10, concurrently means it's all going to be at once. I have to say, many people are shocked hearing the verdict in this case because this case was so drastically different than the first one. You had the ability to have the civil settlement that was put in place, the $3.2 million before the jury this time around. You also had the idea that you had
I don't know who these people are.
Are they...
Probably victims, I don't know.
Witness on behalf of the defense team that said that they previously believed and heard Andrea Constand make a statement that she was simply trying to frame a high-profile person at one point or another. And so this is very shocking. It's not shocking given the volume, however, of the number of people who came forward in the past. And I think it's absolutely right. In this trial, unlike the first one, you were able to hear testimony from 5 other women, in addition to Andrea Constand, who were saying, listen, this is somebody, this happened to me too.
Look at the Butch Dyke police officer.
Yeah.
Like in this official of a case, you're going to get the strongest woman you can get, which is still weaker than 90% of average men.
Joe, you got to put the glasses on when you say smart stuff.
They've actually done studies multiple times, and it's proven conclusively that even the average man, and this sounds like a made-up statistic, but I assure you it's not, regardless of what you see in Hollywood productions, but the average man is stronger than 99 are you ready? 99% of women. That means that only 1,000, and in 1,000 women, only 1 can beat up the average man. Let me tell you who the average man is. That's Ben, right across from you. That means he is the strongest woman you have ever met.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
Too has been the phrase that has been used consistently about this case. It happened to them too, and in front of those jurors, they were able to actually hear the words of people who not only espoused the sentiment of Me Too, but actually could say this exact thing happened to them as well. In this case, he was likely to serve the terms concurrently if he is to serve all of the jail time, but sentencing is still out there. Also, we'll want to note that unlike the first trial, where they were trying to paint this as a romantic endeavor, perhaps, and one that was consensual, this time the defense decided to say this was essentially the equivalent of a gold digger based on the civil settlement that obviously did not speak well to the jurors in this case. They did not buy into the notion that it was somebody who was motivated by a financial settlement or otherwise. And now you have this very unique position. The very first time that you have a celebrity, high-profile Me Too case, and really not even half the time of the initial deliberations. This was only a day and a half in, realistically, and you had this drawn. And of course, everyone thought, Wolf, that because of this...
What did she say? Hold on. 15 seconds ago, did she say instant clay?
I think she had a fucking conniption, dude.
What the fuck was that?
Her whole face fell apart.
She said instant clay?
Instant clay?
Instant clay? JF would attribute it to the fact that she's a black woman and thus has an IQ, which is probably a standard deviation among the
high IQ,
a very low IQ,
high.
Probably a standard deviation
high IQ.
below the natural average, which makes her an 85.
The system that represents IQ is actually racially biased.
The Mensa.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And then there's Sanford Bernay. But yes, of course, it's weighted at 100, and the average African-American like this young lady is weighted to be, on average, at 85 IQ. Now, I'm not saying JF is correct.
You are.
What am I saying?
You're saying... What?
I just said that she said sassafras.
The lady had a small fucking seizure, and you're over here deducing it to...
It doesn't mean anything. All I'm saying is maybe JF was onto something.
Wow. Your friend, Billy the Fridge, the hip-hop artist, is friends with a race realist. Wow.
I'm just saying many black men have delivered UPS packages to my room, and not once did I tell them to leave my porch because I thought they were robbing from me. I knew exactly who they were, which means I couldn't possibly be racist. Shit.
Where did Straight Dope go?
Do you remember him? He left. He couldn't handle it.
Oh, man.
Hey, man.
We missed you.
I'm alive.
I'm glad you're here. Show yourself. You can. You're among
For
friends.
$1,000.
If I show you my Peter.
Do you need to
I have a
go or
contract.
something?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad you're here.
You
Hey,
guys
Ben.
kicked me out of fun.
No, Ben,
you're
black
fine.
out my camera for YouTube, and I'm gonna show him my Peter.
No.
And that way he'll feel more comfortable to show his face.
No, you're done.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Y'all crazy.
And I want to see Billy's video.
Which video?
That one we
Penis
started playing.
video.
Yeah. That's a good one.
The penis from earlier?
Yeah.
I deleted it because I was heavy breathing while I filmed.
The one you grunted through.
Because I thought I was taking a picture and it took a video, so I looked back and I was like, oh yeah, and I was like, oh man.
Were
this
you
is-
huffing and puffing that much because you needed to peel back layers of fat to a?
Yeah,
to
I had
reveal it?
proper fucking positioning.
People know you have a big dick now. I told them.
Excavation.
Stop.
He has a huge fuck off cock.
Stop.
It's this that he's 500 pounds and you can't tell. Only 4 inches are revealed, but there's like 8 inches hidden.
You're embarrassing me.
Send Cosby to the garbage island.
Exactly.
I feel bad for anybody who would show up there. Then the ethno state's ruined if they just got Bill Cosby running around raping them.
The ethno state.
The ethno state. Ethno. Yeah.
I don't even know if you know what we're talking about, Straight Dope. You probably have you seen the weird like race realism? There's like that's one thing that's really popular on YouTube now is like race realism debates.
Yeah, I don't know why that's popular.
Yeah, me neither. And the weird thing is, like, for a while, it was done by 2 Canadian guys.
The cool thing.
You guys hear about the incel attack?
Oh yeah,
in Toronto.
In Toronto.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Those guys are a special kind of pathetic.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The whole world is going to be in a better place very soon. Very soon.
When Thanos takes over.
Yeah, when Thanos kills half of the people.
Spoilers.
It's in the comic books.
Way to go, Billy. Asshole.
It's in the comic books. No.
I got a movie pass, guys. I got a movie pass.
What I can't see Straight Dope's fucking initials down at the bottom. For all I know, I'm talking to a black hole.
It's still him.
All right. Are you there?
It just didn't work.
Speaking of black holes.
SD, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Dope.
waiting.
Hey, all right. Cool, man.
I think we're going to go ahead and end this stream, and we're going to start a new one in a few minutes here.
Thanks, guys.
Brand new.
So
part 2.
I just made it public. Go check it out. It doesn't alert a lot of you guys, but there's over 1,000 watching now, so we'll be there shortly. Go there.
Thank you. You've been great, all of you, except you.